Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone.
That's why if you talk to a man that's been married a long time, ask your grandfather.
Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to
still don't get happy because it don't work like that.
Tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Quickly to the tight ends. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Think about that. Think about your woman waking up tomorrow and dedicating her.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Jones wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds the big tight end. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
For quarterbacks, we always talk about soft focus around you, hard focus downfield. That quarterback was dialed into his wide receiver with laser focus, knowing he's going to get hit, not too concerned about it, though, and that's why he was able to complete that throw.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Pen and a piece of paper in front of your woman and say, write down what it's going to take for you. If she puts a pen and paper in front of you and say, hey, baby, write down what it's going to take for me to make you happy. What are you writing? You don't want to sit, do you? Look at it.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
So you saying they don't do this? So you saying
the 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt.
Peace looks like, ladies. That's all he wants is peace. Just wants to get to the end of the day where he felt like, hey,
it's a fake and the kicker's going to
that's all.
And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop.
In this area of the field, guys, you might as well just leave the offense out there to try to get it themselves. They're going to have a much better shot at converting it than bringing your field goal team out there. That's just not a good call.
Saying even some shit that they experience. They don't know peace. If you ask the woman what peace is, she'll just describe extreme happiness.
If they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The reason women will never experience peace is because peace resides where nothing is happening. When nothing is happening, that's where peace resides. They will never know what the fuck that's like.
They'll try to run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Keep pounding away this defense and make them play the run.
Every time I
If
say
you can get
something,
this
she
many
does a great bitch
shown,
like,
they're
look,
going
it's
to
bad.
have to more guys to the box, more guys to the run. They'll be opening up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. There he goes. Touchdown, Northwestern. Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
I'm telling you, and I know it's some ladies in here like, no, fuck that. I care about my man peace. I'll make
This
sure
will
he's
not
at
be
peace. And you know
returnable
what?
as it sails out the back of the end zone.
Ladies, let's say you and your man are home alone. Home alone. Let's just go to the house. The house. And you're happy.
Cornhuskers ready to get back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going
and
here.
instead of going, man, I'm so happy. I'm so wellness.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dickens. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback as everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Jones to throw. Going downfield for the big play. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Buys a little extra time. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Exactly. They just want
It's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. You can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
3rd down, and the Huskers getting loud, trying to make movement and change impossible. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Selvian. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Northwestern making quick work on this drive.
You know what? You're crazy when you look at the ball. You're going through the ball.
Looking to throw on first down.
Evidence that he's
right down the middle.
And it's not
all
going.
kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone.
This thing is getting better.
Touchdown, Northwestern.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
One of their favorite things.
No chance for a return as that ball
It's their
flies out of
favorite
the back
shit.
of the end zone.
And if you never lie to them, they never get the opportunity, but you'll never get the opportunity. If we stop lying, you go through the
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down.
If the woman doesn't like
Finds
that
his
you
big tight end.
explain to
Quick
me
throw,
everything
but he's
they do.
not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. That's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
I think third and short is the perfect time to run up those because I can give the football or I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got to force down the situation.
They stick, nigga.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense.
See, I'm bringing
Jones wants to throw it. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They stop him just a leap or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Gotta get rid of your delusions a little bit. Because your man
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's what we do, right? Because you think too.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buying some time. He's sacked. Tried to get away, but the defense tracked him down.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. But protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
The Huskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense that brings up a fourth down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10.
Sometimes simple ways.
Caught near the sideline, it's crossed. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
That's a great looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Communication is y'all's thing. Y'all do it at the highest level. Talk to a woman once. They slip some shit out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
She actually fit out.
The give from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Jones to throw. Bringing the heat. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is a quarterback. You're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but it was not a great thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and it's on to the next down.
Got his man. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And the Huskers will go for it here on fourth down.
Step in the other room with me, but that's not how y'all do. I mean, on the
trying to get it to the mark. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on fourth and short. You pick up the first down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
That makes no sense to you.
The give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
It never makes sense to you.
Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on fourth down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Makes the grab. And he goes. Now short of the marker. I don't think he got close.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense, headed out. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
leaves him with the battle. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 33.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down.
Wow.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buster.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Sam Houston is currently up big right now. I got to think Huntsville, Texas is ready to party long into the night. They're up 14 over FIU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Using his feet. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defense to chase down guys like that.
Even when it's a design play and it's a design run like that.
She kill your whole argument. One question. What I say?
Want to withdraw your money? It's secure. Get paid in 30 minutes or less.
When you know I'm having fun.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and know how to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on that time.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They get it on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The give on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Pick up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Trying to make that rush fake on the draw play here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bobbled up.
They don't laugh.
They're human beings. Like, I don't know, man. Do they laugh? People bucked me. There was a point when I was heading to Germany where I was like, maybe Germans just sit in the audience like, yeah.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. Really good surge for this.
An amazing time in Berlin. It's a city that speaks up with you because it's
These 2 guys just on the same wavelength. They make
it's a burgeoning art scene.
And that's practice, man.
You know,
that's
fantastic
all summer,
music.
That's all spring.
History.
So many
History
hundreds
for them
and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down to the 42.
Basically doing his points at the limits of parts. It's like everything has baskets. I didn't know this. So we're going like a really club. Just a lot of questions. I'm curious. Slow the move down.
This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions with the QB's throwing at tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Any questions?
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing his defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And now the lead is extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do.
You know what I mean by good? It was nice to be in a place.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
What I mean by that? I mean by that is that, like,
the drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Escape the past of both Berlin.
Jones wants to throw it. Complete with conviction on the cross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
You see it, you understand that they talk about it. Well, they teach their kids about it.
The play action fake. They
They
get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them. And I don't think you're going to see him here.
It's how thought right there about it. They know it's been
looking everywhere for room to run. Really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds.
They don't fight for it. Like when I saw them doing this, I was like, I wish America did this much.
First play of the drive comes from the 38.
Speaking about strength in America,
they'll start this drive going to the air.
What is really hits.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
One mistake.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
I'm not a big fan of Indigenous Peoples Day. I think it's a cop out. I don't think it's specific enough. It's lazy.
Start the second half.
It was a specific, inspiring story. It was a man by the name Christopher Columbus believed against all odds that he could sail incredibly around the world.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Finding open areas. Turning it on. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
India. This is India, and you guys are India. India.
From the gun. Give on the inside. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a hit. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass.
The inspiring
It's picked off, not the second half start they hoped for. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover. And on the opening drive of the second half, you made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. They're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? The defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing and you can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 29. The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Jones to throw. He's got his man across the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love running my tight ends across the formation. Big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds a tight end down the gut. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this one is perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires left. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter.
Looking for the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, the thing is, they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Snags a quick pass on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Northwestern will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The corners are walked up tight. Give to the running back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear...
Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for blockers. This drive will open from the 15. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire...
Oh, he's got some space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And he's thrown another interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have. And he'll take the deep shot. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a... Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea is going to throw it over the top of the knee. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow. And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He fires a bullet to the right. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, what a cut! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game.
Touchdown, Northwestern! And the route is on. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it's
turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking for a gap. It's Reeder. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.